Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey, and I hope you're having a wonderful. Oh, what fucking day is this? It's Sunday now, I guess, right? Yeah, we're after midnight. It's Sunday. This is the Sunday show. For anybody new out there, yeah, this is the Sunday show. Guys, I did something I don't normally do, and I need you guys to indulge me for a while. I know we talk a lot of politics and stuff on here, but for at least a little bit, you have to indulge the sports nerd in me, specifically the pugilism fan. If you guys are not a fan of the sweet sciences, well, this may be boring for you, but I don't care. I have to talk about this fight. So the last time I got a pay-per-view fight, the last time I paid per pay-per-view fight was, I believe it was Bo Holyfield 3, the rubber match. That's how long it's been since I've ordered a pay-per-view fight. But this Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder fight, man, it's been eating at me, man. I've wanted to see it. And I'm like, no, it's there's no reason to order pay-per-view. You'll see it. I'm like, no, I want to see it. I got a very generous donation yesterday. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give myself a very, very, very early birthday present, more than 2 months out. And I ordered it, which turns out to be, I don't want to say last minute, but pretty last minute, because they were already, I got in there right as Tyson Fury makes his way to the ring. And oh dear God. Seriously, the two ring entrances made me want to see these two butt heads and knock each other out. They were that fucking bad. Tyson Fury enters on a platform with a throne. He's being carried on a platform with a throne, and the platform is being carried by women, which is funny. But he comes into the song Crazy by Patsy Cline, which he's singing along with. You can't hear him, but you can see that he's singing along with the song. That's his ring entrance. And those poor women. Tyson Fury came into this fight 275 pounds, 274, 279? I can't remember. Almost 300 pounds. So he comes, this 300-pound motherfucker on this giant platform with this big-ass throne being carried by these tiny little women. And as you're watching the entrance, the woman on the left, the front left, looks like she's going to die. She is praying to God that she doesn't drop this thing. And I was praying that she would, because I was like, there you go. Cult of Krill, thank you so much. WrestleMania 37 was the last pay-per-view I paid for. True combat sports. Well, the way this began, it could have been WrestleMania. This was some weird ass, what the hell? Even Apollo Creed didn't go this far out. So he finally makes his ass to the ring after, I believe, the whole song Crazy plays. And Deontay Wilder's turn comes. Now, Deontay's known for wearing these masks into the ring. And I got to say, the outfit he wore to the ring was pretty cool looking. It looked like some medieval knight shit, but in all black, in honor of Black History Month, which I have no problem with. Good for him. But he comes in with this dude who's singing some garbage. If you're a fan of it, good for you. But I was just like, shut the hell up. Just walk to the ring silently. Get Roy Jones's song. At least that's, boxing oriented, and it gets you pumped for the fight. But so anyway, after way too long, they finally get their asses in the ring. The introductions are made, and everybody gets the fuck out of the ring so these two can fight. If you saw the first fight, Fury probably should have won that fight. He did not win. It ended up being a tie for two reasons. They were both knockdowns. He got knocked down. I want to say it was the 9th and the 12th. I forget what your first one was, but he did get knocked down in the 12th, which he barely got up from. Tyson's corner says, "Oh, it was a slow count." Or sorry, Deontay's corner is like, "It was a slow count." It wasn't. It was a fine count. Fury just found a way to get his big fat ass up off the ground and survive the round. And not just survive the round, performed pretty decent in the round. If he had not have been knocked down, he would have won the fight. On scorecard, he would have won. That's not in dispute, because when you lose a round or when you get knocked down, it's a 10-8 round. So even if he would have lost the round, it would have been a 10-9 round. He'd had another point. Bam. He gets the belt. So they have this draw, basically, and not just basically, a technical draw. So they go and they decide to fight again, and this is tonight's fight. And there's a problem when you have two big punchers like this that can happen in a rematch. When in a rematch where you have this really drawn out fight, what often happens is one of them will come out in the first round and just absolutely beat the ever living fuck out of the other one, and the fight's over in like 10 seconds. And I'm praying to God, I can't believe I paid this. Please let this be a decent fight. And it was. Round one, pretty good fight. And if you're not into heavyweight boxing, you might look at it and go, well, that was kind of boring. There's not a lot of action. There's just a few exchanges. Both Fury and Wilder got a couple of good shots in, but nothing amazing. Second round comes, and Fury just seems emboldened in a way that he wasn't in the first fight. He didn't seem as what's the word I'm looking for here? Respectful of Deontay Wilder's power. And if you don't know what Deontay Wilder's power is, I've mentioned this before. Look up Deontay Wilder's knockouts on YouTube. There's one video out there that I know has all of his knockdowns. He has a devastating right hand, a game-changing right hand. He could lose a fight, be losing the whole fight, and then just knock somebody the fuck out. Fury had no respect for his power at all. He just kept coming at the motherfucker. We get to round 3, and something happened. Fury knocks Deontay down. And Deontay's corner's yelling about it being a hit to the back of the head, which it kind of was, but it was still a fair hit. It wasn't on purpose. He hits Deontay in the face. Deontay starts to fall, and the follow-up hits him on the back left side of his head, just behind the ear, which is important because the round only lasts I think there's a minute left in the round. Deontay survives the round. He goes back to his corner. There's blood coming out of his ear. A fact that the announcers who are watching this don't bring up for another 2 rounds. At the end of the 5th, they're like, oh, look, there's blood coming out of Deontay's ear. It's been coming out for 2 fucking rounds at this point. At that point, Wilder, chances are he has a busted eardrum. You guys ever have an ear infection and it throws off your balance? Well, having your eardrum ruptured can do the same thing. And for the rest of the fight, Deontay doesn't look like he's got his legs under him. But even worse than that, dude looks like we're going into round 4. He looks like he's in round 16. This motherfucker looks tired. And he spends the rest of the fight. He keeps trying to throw that right hand, trying to have the game changer, but he doesn't have his balance anymore. You cannot throw that punch without being able to steady your feet and throw that shoulder. And so the few hits he got in after that, they just bounce right off Fury. It was amazing. Real quick, I'd like to welcome Jack to the show. Jack, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm a little bit more pumped and excited than usual because I just watched a boxing match.
Oh, nice.
I watched the Fury Deontay Wilder rematch. I'm just giving I told these guys, you have to forgive me. I got to nerd out a little bit on my boxing because this was great. So we're going into round 4, and you can see Deontay Wilder just looks shot. And he just gets beat up in round 4. And then starting in round 5, I'm yelling at my screen, stop this fight. This man is going to die in this ring if you don't stop this fight. He's got blood pouring from his ear, blood pouring from his mouth. His jaw is starting to swell up. He He cannot steady his feet under him, and they keep letting him fight. This goes on until round 7.
Damn.
In round 7, he gets caught in the corner, and there's just a couple of punches thrown. The ref still doesn't stop the fight. His corner does. In something I don't know if I've ever actually witnessed, his corner threw in the towel, making our pikey friend. Sorry, we're not supposed to call him pikeys. That's derogatory, isn't it? Our gypsy friend, Tyson Fury, the new world heavyweight champion of the WBC.
Huh.
I'm serious. I'm yelling at my screen, stop this fight. He is going to die in this ring if you don't. He just looks tragic. Adabisi, thank you. Early today, I see. Yeah. I got work to do after this, and I'm pumped about the fight, so I had to. Deontay, when the fight is stopped, he's looking to the red. Why are you stopping the fight? The red lights. Not me. It was the towel. So he goes over to his corner and they explains. They show him in the corner, blood still just pouring out of his ear and his mouth. Like, y'all need to get this motherfucker to a doctor. I'm sure that's where he is right now.
Nah, there's nothing the doctors could do against a gypsy curse.
Exactly. Like, this was some gypsy shit, man.
They had to steal and sacrifice a lot of babies for that to happen.
Probably. Travelers, yes, offended. That's exactly what they are. Tyson did something that, well, Tyson Fury was named after Mike Tyson. At least that's the rumor. That's the myth. I don't know if it's actually true. That's what he claims. Mike Tyson, what people did not learn about him until, well, right before he went to prison, was that trying to play it safe often got you knocked the fuck out. You're so worried about that power shot that you're not in there engaging. And when Tyson finally lost, it was because Douglas just basically smothered him. Just stay right on him so he doesn't have that power. And that's what Tyson Fury did tonight. He just stayed on the smaller man. Tyson Fury's, what is he, like 6'7"? He's 2 inches taller than Deontay Wilder. He had 40 fucking pounds on him. And he just kept, when they would clinch, he would just lean on him. Just put all of his weight on this poor little man.
Wow, those are some big guys.
Oh, yeah, these are some big-ass heavyweights combined over 500 pounds. Okay, so Wilder is 6'7", and Fury is 6'9".
Jesus.
Big motherfuckers, man. Big motherfuckers. And, yeah, it was a great fight, but it really should have been stopped earlier. I don't – look, I like a good beatdown. I really do, but this was getting into dangerous territory. And
that's what you sign up for. And you're fighting a guy that sounds like a chicken basket that's spicy. Tyson Fury, that's a spicy chicken basket.
Dude,
Comes after he side of fries.
After he wins, right? They go and they do the interview with the winner. Well, first they do the loser one, which is always kind of mean, I felt. But we got, hey, look, you signed up. We get it. And they ask him, "Are you all right?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I'm like, "No, you're really not, man."
That's the brain damage talking.
You are one hit away from being Apollo Creed. Seriously. Calm down. Your corner did the right thing here.
Yeah, he better hopes that ambulance doesn't hit any bumps on the way.
Yeah. So they go over and they talk to Fury, and the first thing he does is thanks Jesus, emphatically. I don't know any other way to put it. And then he, talks. Then he does something that was really cool, and I wish more fighters did. He came out, he's like, Deontay is a great fighter, and you will see him come back and be champion someday. Didn't take any shots at the guy at all. He was awesome about the way he handled it.
That's classy.
Very classy. And then he leads the entire arena in American Pie.
That's odd.
It's weird. He does this kind of shit.
Okay.
He leads the whole arena in the first 2 verses of American Pie. Excuse me. And that wasn't, I said, excuse me, that was my lip from smoking. I swear to God. I'm an old man. My farts don't sound that quiet. I guarantee you.
That's true.
But the classiness of him and Deontay kind of hinted that there was something wrong with him before the fight. I hate when fighters do that. You entered the ring willingly. You got your ass whipped. Just say that. What's up, Chaos? She's trying to get my attention. Hi. Oh, do I have this on live chat? I do. Okay. What's up? But oh man, good fight. It really should have been stopped in the 5th, though. The extra damage that Deontay Wilder took was unnecessary, and you can see it in his face. There's one part, I can't remember if it was in the late 6th round or early 7th round. You see that they go into a clinch, and Wilder looks like he's about to go to sleep on Fury's shoulder.
Was he going to go to sleep or was he going to pass out?
Well, tomato.
Yeah.
Tomato. But there's also this really weird part, Jack, because we've all heard the rumors about the gypsies, the Irish gypsies, these crazy loons who will beat the fuck out of you if you get too close to them, kind of thing.
Oh no, I've met those guys. They're totally real.
No, wait, I'm trying not to stereotype here, Jack. There's a moment, and I can't remember if it's the 6th or 7th round. You can find the picture all over online. They're in a clinch, and there's just blood gushing out of Wilder's ear at this point. He's got blood all over his neck, and Tyson licks it.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Well, he said before the fight, I want to taste his blood.
Because he's a vampire?
And he did.
That's not helping the stereotype of the Roma, okay?
It's not.
That's look, you're a winner, you're doing all these, great things. Did he grab a baby on the way out? Because that's the only way he could have made that worse.
Not that I saw, but oh my God, it was did he just really lick that man? And yeah, he did. And he licked his blood. Crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, better hope that dude doesn't have the hepatitis.
Now I'm wondering, do you think anybody's going to want to get in the ring with that motherfucker again?
I don't know. He sounds kind of nuts.
I think he is a little bit nuts. Oh, wait. Is this I don't want to play the video of it. I don't know if I'll get in trouble. You know what? I'll just make this big so you can see. Look at this shit. This right here, I don't know how well you can see, is a streak of blood.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of blood all over him. And this isn't an accident. He actually flicks his tongue several times.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
That's some crazy shit.
Yeah, seriously, enjoy your HIV.
Merle says, Roma is not the same as Pikey. Look, we're Americans. We use them interchangeably. We don't know any better. Tyson Fury's a funny dude. He is, but I don't know that it's
not necessarily funny, haha.
Yeah, it's more like, oh, that's him. Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. It's not like he was doing this. Somebody says showmanship. No, I don't think this was showmanship. I think he's like, I'm going to taste his fucking blood.
Yeah, that's part of the compact with the dark powers.
Yeah. Reportedly, there's a stipulation in the contract for an immediate rematch, which could take place this summer. After the beatdown that Tyson gave, I don't know if Deontay is going to want to do that again real soon. Because if he goes into a second fight that ends this way, a second fight where he just gets beaten like this, it could be the end of his career.
Yeah. Well, he might not be recovered from the coma that he's probably in now.
If he doesn't have a concussion, I will be shocked.
He probably does if he took a beating like that, where he's bleeding from the ears, and yeah, it's not a good sign.
Hopefully neither of them got the coronavirus in there, because that's the real winner.
No shit.
When Tyson was in a clinch, was he trying to steal his opponent's wallet? I can't say. He
We
was
can
trying
neither
to.
confirm nor deny.
He was trying to take his soul. I don't know what that.
Apparently,
Holy shit!
I want to lick your blood.
They have a 30-day contract for a trilogy. Yeah, Pete. That's Tyson has 30 days, or not Tyson. Wilder has 30 days to say, look, I do want to do this, and then it's a guarantee. Otherwise, he'll have to fight his way back to a rematch. And I hope he's smart enough and fights his way back, because there's a lot of boxers that when they take their first loss like this, especially a loss like this, that that's the end of it. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
Check
your Streamlabs, monkey.
My Streamlabs. Why didn't I get any alert?
I don't know.
Streamlabs, this is your goddamn thing. Thank you, Shio. He got the Sheeny curse put on him. LOL. This week's joke. Ever heard of a reverse exorcism? That's when the devil tells the priest to get out of the child's body. Yep. There we go.
You chose to read that. I'm just throwing that out there. You saw who it was from.
Thank you so much, Shio. Look, that's not horrible. Plus, we're 20 minutes in. YouTube's not even listening anymore. But yeah, it was a good fight. But I gotta be honest. I was pulling for Wilder. The American in me was like, no, we ain't letting no fucking limey come over here and take our title. And I know he's not a limey because he's not British, but you guys are all British. Stop.
They're all from that island.
Yeah, bunch of limeys. So there's that part of me is like, God damn it. But the better man won tonight. And God damn, he beat the fuck out of him. I guess Monkey hasn't seen Clerks 2. I saw Clerks 2, but one time a long time ago. I wasn't as impressed as with Clerks 1. I thought Clerks 1 was much better. Or just Clerks, as it was known.
Yeah, I like them both in different ways.
Yeah, to me, I mean, one seemed just more... 2 seemed like it was trying too hard to capture what 1 was for me. If that makes sense. They were trying too hard. Like the whole snowball thing that comes up in 1. So in 2, we get this big discussion about ass to mouth. Like, okay.
Yeah.
You got me.
Now, to be fair, I've actually had that conversation at a job site, so I can relate to that.
Well, I've had those conversations too. It's just like I said, to me, it seemed like they were trying too hard to do the same kind of thing, which is it wasn't bad. I liked 1 better.
Well, I think Kevin Smith is kind of losing his any kind of talent he may have had is kind of his peak years are beyond him.
It's fair. Thank you, Pete, who says, check your super chats, monkey. Did I miss one? I don't think I did. Okay, no. I have all my super chats, but thank you, Pete. That's very kind of you. Ex-Bubba Hotep, now I have one. I have a Deontay name tag that I wear when I get called in on my days off. Nice.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Yes. Oh man, it's been a long time since I've watched a good heavyweight fight, and that one was excellent. And I do like the ones where because Wilder was considered the favorite just because of who he is. And Pete, thank you so much with the cat. I know
it's
people
a
don't.
Shiba Inu.
It's a fucking cat on my stream. Thank you for the sticker. I appreciate that. What? I don't know much about boxing, but would you like some estrogen eye candy on there with you tonight? Is it just going to be you? Because I don't want more than 3. I want to stick it with 3 right now. Oh, my fucking
That's
neck.
what she said.
My neck hurts. What else was I saying?
I don't know.
I got distracted. Who did you have winning the fight, Monkey? It could be this one was too close to call, especially if you watch the first fight. My heart was with Wilder because American. Is that wrong of me, Jack? Is that too nationalistic?
I don't care. It's two guys beating the shit out of each other.
Chaos, I was just asking, sweetie, because last time you asked if you could bring somebody else. I want to make it clear. It's only going to be the three of us. Where are you, Eve? Oh, thank you, Torcular, who says, bring on Eve, please. I'm doing it. Thank you for the donation, but I'm doing it. Jesus, these people, I don't have a producer, you guys. I don't get that awesome YouTube TYT money. You know how they like to give TYT money so they can have producers and stuff and not let them unionize. Which, by the way, is funny as hell to me. Why the hell can I find you, Eve?
Are you looking under chaos?
Well, it's doing the thing it's made me do before, where I have to go to her timeline so that I can get the message thing, because she's not actually showing up in my messages, even though I don't delete messages ever.
Yeah, mine does that too. It just randomly decides to move shit around for fun.
It's like, you can't see this person right now. But then when I bring it up, I can see all of the things that we've talked about before. To me, Fury was in beast mode. That's the fight. Yeah. Fury gave no fucks about the strength of Deontay Wilder. Lady Monkey could be your producer. She has a real job. And I couldn't pay her enough to make up what she makes. Oh man, Jack. Thank you, Aegon. Is that how you say that? Aegon the Last. Tyson did it all to get a caravan for his ma. Yeah. Tyson. Hi, Eve.
Hi.
How are you, sweetheart?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm pumped.
But you know me too well.
I know you.
I was still gonna try to drag Tally in with me. She's still at D&D right now, though. Anyway, so.
So you're not a boxing fan?
I like watching people beat the shit out of each other like anybody else. But if you ask me for details, it's like I don't know names. I did see that this looks fairly interesting. Like there's some crazy shit that went down tonight. So,
for me, the crazy part, honestly, is that they didn't stop this fight in the fifth.
No, a real fight is when you throw a big sandwich down in the middle of three homeless people and be like, "Get it!"
Oh no,
that's a fight. That's a real fight.
I would like to point out that the views of Chaos Eve do not reflect the views of Bad Comic Reviews.
No, my idea is awesome. You were just like some people fighting, blah, blah. No, deathmatch hobo style. Winner gets to eat. Everybody wins.
Oh my Jesus.
I might have I don't want to see anybody die, to be honest. But I also don't want to see the sport destroyed because it happens. There have been way too many instances of referees not stepping in and then somebody dying, and everybody who watches like, why didn't you step in, dick? And if that happens too much, then the states get to step in and boxing goes away. And I like boxing, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ just subscribed. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh shit.
Tyson thanked Jesus a lot.
That's like approval.
Very emphatically. Oh God. I do have politics I want to talk about, guys. There you go. That's the end of my nerd fighting thing.
Oh good. I got here in time for the good stuff.
I can't make this picture bigger, so I'll have to show it this way. Here's a picture. Just this pretty much sums up the fight. I don't know how. Maybe I'll scroll in and make it bigger.
Oh my!
Look at that.
That's brutal.
Yeah, he got his ass whipped.
Yeah,
God,
that looks like a Scooby-Doo hot take where he goes,
right? Him like, why'd you stop the fight? Because you were getting killed, man. Oh no, there was something else I wanted to talk about, and it was more politically oriented, and I want to try to find it. because I had it saved and oh, here it is. President Trump has been touting the black unemployment rate because it's at the lowest in recorded history, which, granted, recorded history only goes back to the 1970s. But
I
still,
mean, of course he would like unemployed blacks. I mean, he's a racist after all.
No. The unemployment rate is down. So he's bragging that it's so low. I feel like we might have lost something in translation there.
I know. I was.
Oh no, but I can even top your little joke here. Dem desperation. Representative James Clyburn attacks Trump economic boom. Says black people were employed during slavery.
Oh yeah, we had full unemployment. He said.
Yeah. Even where are we going to? Clyburn made the startling comments following a discussion with host Neil Cavuto about whether he would back billionaire former New York City Michael Mayor, I think is what they meant, Michael Bloomberg, if he won the nomination. He says, I'm going to back whoever our nominee is. Absolutely. Even with the things he said about African Americans, does that bother you? Cavuto pressed. Well, not as much as what Trump has said about African Americans, Clyburn responded.
Yes, Trump is worse, obviously.
Anytime that I go to the polls, I consider positives and negatives on all the candidates. Cavuto then brought up the president's economic record, saying that he had delivered, quote, the goods for a lot of African Americans with record low unemployment levels, prompting Clyburn to interject, come on, Neil. Not true. And he said, quote, I'm saying that the African American unemployment is not the lowest it's ever been unless you count slavery, Clyburn said. We were fully employed during slavery. So it all depends on how you measure this up. When you're trying to look for the positives of slavery, Eve, you type loud.
Sorry. It's a mechanical keyboard. I'm sorry.
The black unemployment rate is at the lowest since we've recorded it, and that probably means that it's the lowest it's been since we, let them not have to work because we beat them to.
I think the guy was just being kind of stupid.
But how do you? This is a problem I think the Democrats have right now. It's perfectly fine to acknowledge that, yes, black unemployment rate is low, and then find something else to pick on Trump about. That, yes, it is, but or even go to the standard. That's because of him continuing Obama policies. At least that makes more sense than, hey, we had better unemployment during slavery. That just comes off as retarded.
I think he was trying to imply that Trump was a racist, and it came out like he was just saying something completely dumb. Well, under slavery, we had full employment. Well, shut up.
Yeah, the way he stated it doesn't even come out very, very well. But to me, it's just the notion. Why would you try that?
He's an idiot. Oh, Torcular just said that in chat.
He is an idiot, and I think this is going to come back and bite you black leaders in the ass.
I hope so. I'm sorry. You're saying black leader. I would say race hustlers.
Well, I say leader because he is in Congress.
I don't know if I'd qualify him as a leader just because he's in Congress. Like, look at that dude that wanted to talk about how Guam could flip over. I won't want to follow that dude anywhere.
Representative Johnson. Well, I mean, unfortunately, they are the leaders of our country. They get to make our laws.
No, you can't make it true.
It's true, Jack. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
Eve, I don't have a link to your Streamlabs, so you'll have to throw it in so I can get it once.
Faithless says they're not leaders, they're representatives. Yes, they're representatives we choose to lead us. I know you guys aren't liking that term, but that's what they are. They are leaders. They get to make our policies and set our laws, and unfortunately, a lot of them are really fucking stupid. Getting into an can't you pick on something? Hey, look, okay, fine. The blacks are unemployed, but look how afraid everybody is of MAGA hats. I love that.
Oh man, it's like bulls at the rodeo there. See red, and people just can't stop but attack. Must attack.
Faithless says they're supposed to be our puppets. Not really. See, I've had this fight with a lot of people, and I'm not saying this is what you're saying, Faithless, but what I hear a lot is they're supposed to do our bidding. They're really not. They're supposed to tell you what they believe, and you vote for the one who has the beliefs most like yours. And if you don't like how they did their job, then you vote somebody else in the next time. They're not supposed to look. 100,000 people called me. I'm going to change my mind on how I was going to vote on this. That's not how it works. We hire them they're based on what they tell us they're going to do. You can try to make your voice heard, and if they decide to listen to that, that's great. Sometimes the people are stupid. But yeah, we don't have it. If all they did was listen to what we told them to do, we wouldn't have any need for them. We could just do direct votes on. Everyone in America gets to vote every time anything comes up. Just saying. But yeah, these are our leaders. Do you realize that if something happened to Pence and Trump at the same time, Pelosi would become our president?
Don't give Hillary ideas, dude.
I'm just saying there was a push at one time to make that happen. To make that happen, that get rid of both of them so that Pelosi could become president and could make Hillary her vice president and then step down so Hillary would be president.
Yeah, that's terrifying to me.
Yeah, there's people who think that.
Of course there are. They have that weird fantasy of Hillary becoming president.
Now, there was other big news in the world today besides the fight. There was an election yesterday. The Democratic caucus in Nevada.
Oh, yeah, that bloodbath as opposed to the first one we were talking about.
Yes, and Bernie Sanders won it pretty handily. He last I saw, they were estimating 44%. I haven't seen the final tally yet. People just Bernie won, and people just stopped talking about it. Biden was unexpectedly second, and I'm still not sure why it's unexpected for people. He's kind of slipped, but up until about 2 weeks ago, he was leading in Nevada.
Well, see, this time to get second, he was going to be third, but he showed up in some bike shorts and let people rub his leg hair, and they voted for him then. He has magic leg hair, I've decided.
God damn it. Undocumented immigrants helped him win. What? I guess by going out there and saying, please vote for him. He says he won't get rid of us. But there was a great thing that happened, Jack. The internet blew up and lost their shit at Chris Matthews.
Because Chris Matthews is getting red-pilled lately?
Because Chris Matthews compared this to Germany in taking over France in 1940.
I know. He's like really bitter about everything that's going on. I don't think he likes Bernie very much.
Oh, he doesn't. Hang on. God damn it. I have my Steam open and it's downloading, and fuck you, Steam. There we go.
We disavow Jack. I'm just going to say that. We just disavow Jack.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, it was funny to see everybody. The funniest part of that to me, Jack, is Carlos Maza put out a video yesterday. I'm currently in the middle of a response to it because I can't help myself. And it was all about how Bernie and Elizabeth Warren, who he calls, and I'm not joking, mommy and daddy,
Wait, start that sentence over, please.
Sure, real quick. Cult of Krill, thank you. What is Chaos Eve's Streamlabs?
It's in the group one at the bottom.
Post it again.
There it is.
There you go.
Did Chaos not hear my Streamlabs? Well, did you send one? Because I don't have mine open yet. I'm working on it.
Yeah, guys, remember, we're brought to you by you. If you enjoy what we do here, please hit the like button, please share, and please support all of us because we're poor and money's nice. Carlos Maza.
There's a button here somewhere. Sorry,
made a video where it's called How Left is, or What is Too Far Left, I think is the name of it. And he calls Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren daddy and mommy.
You.
Yes.
That's what I thought you said, but
Yeah.
I'm really creeped out by the entire premise of this.
Well, it's not that far off if you think about the fact that he wants all these socialist programs, and specifically, he wants the government to take care of him. And so if one of them won and did that for him, they would be mommy or daddy. It's just, I mean, at least he's being honest about it. It's creepy as fuck, but at least it's honest.
Yeah, that's weird.
But there's a great part in here, a great part, where he's talking about the media elites. And he doesn't come after it, like, look, some of these guys are mean to Bernie. The media elite, they're just like the Republicans, you guys. Just like the Republicans. And you know why? Because they're all rich. They're all rich. Sweetheart, I'm going to need you to mute while you're typing.
I'm sorry. I thought I was being quiet. I don't know why
Not
it's so
even
sensitive
close.
tonight. I'm sorry.
No.
But just angle your mic up a little bit. Because
I can do it too, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That should do it.
One of the people
right,
he goes after. Yeah, that is still wow, girl. What are you doing? Are you mad at your keyboard?
Don't know. I'm barely touching it.
Do you have your your mic on the back? Is it switched to just omnidirectional or monodirectional?
It's the same thing it's always set on.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not just me, right, Jack? You can hear that?
Oh, yeah, you can totally hear it.
Yeah.
I just assumed it was because she has pretty hands.
They are kind of pretty right now.
Yeah.
One of the people that
All right,
Raza went after really hard was Chris Matthews. Really hard. And then, you have the election and Chris, basically says, this is Germany taking over France. Now, there's people who are missing the analogy there. The analogy he's making is not that socialism is taking over America. It's that it's taking over the Democratic Party. That's what Chris is worried about. Because Chris doesn't want to have to go vote Republican. Which I'm telling you guys, if a whole bunch of people decide to make Bernie the nominee, there's a lot of Democrats who are either going to abstain because they can't bring themselves to vote for Trump, or hold their nose and vote for Trump because they don't want socialism in this country. I went over Bernie's platform yesterday. It is scary commie shit, including one part where he tells us he's going to put together a wealth registry.
Oh, that'll end well.
I'm sorry. A what now? What
Yeah.
kind of bullshit is this? A wealth registry?
A wealth registry, so that
The first they want to register our guns. Now they want to register who's got fucking money. You know what? Can we yeet this motherfucker from the country? Because I'm getting fed up with this shit.
Well, you know who has money in this country? Indians and the Jews.
I would like to disavow everything that Bad Comic Review says tonight or any other time.
That's how this
sounds. Did not say that.
But that's how it sounds. If you're telling people they have to register, that's creepy as shit. You're talking about eyeballing a bunch of people that are hardworking and taking all their stuff. Where does this sound familiar?
Jack, remember the last time we registered Jews, what we did to them?
I think that's his point.
Or not us, but...
we never did anything. But
the last time somebody tried to register Jews. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Although, now we would have to call it an assault religion, and you can't do that these days.
Well, he said another thing that really fucking, I was just like, why would you say that out loud? He's going after wealth, you guys. He's going to go after wealth, and that's how he's going to pay for a bunch of shit.
He actually proposes proscriptions.
He says that within 15 years under his plan, half of the billionaires' wealth out there will be gone.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, because
he needs to pay for everything,
and eventually you're going to run out of money. You silly son of a bitch! Oh God, it's
Well, there's all kinds of shitty ideas going around. Did you see what Gavin Newsom said about doctors should be able to write prescriptions for housing?
Yes, and we can get to that in a second. Egon, thank you. I'm not moving countries a second time to get away from socialism. Leaving the USSR was enough. Well,
right.
Unfortunately, Bernie is a huge fan of the USSR. And Havoc, thank you. A wealth registry, Comrade Stalin approves. Right?
Yeah, start investing in gold and burying it in your yard.
Well, in the Carlos Maza video, he actually plays a clip of Chris Matthews talking about how if this kind of revolution comes around, the kind of person that they're going to come after is people like him.
Oh, yeah. He's got 3 houses. One of them on...
No. People like Chris.
Oh, well, yeah, him too.
And he's right, because he's wealthy. And for all their talk, hey, we're just going to go after the billionaires, that's not going to pay for everything.
No, they always have to move down the pecking order. That's why they want a registry. They want to know how much money you have, and then they're going to go after those people and target specifically those people.
He wants to redistribute the wealth. The thing is, he doesn't talk about anything that's going to produce.
Well, no, because he doesn't know how to produce anything. He's a taker. All these people know how to do is to make lists of people they don't like and what they could take from them.
He talks about a lot of jobs that he's going to make. He's going to make a whole lot of jobs in the medical field.
He doesn't know how to make jobs.
He's going to do it because he's going to guarantee there's going to be a governmental guarantee of employment. He's going to have 20 million new jobs in the Green New Deal. So I hope you guys like building houses and working on roofs and stuff, because that's going to be the jobs you're allowed to have.
Polly says the proscriptions is, quote, public identification and official condemnation of declared enemies of the state, and it often involved confiscation of property. So they'd be able to just go, hey, you're an enemy of the state, we're going to take your stuff.
Yeah, which would be all the billionaires and wrong thinkers, gun owners.
That's fucking terrifying.
It should be. Real quick on the Streamlabs. Thank you, Cult of Krill, for the donation. I can't donate to Chaos Eve because their Streamlabs asked me to sign in via third-party systems.
Son of a bitch, piece of shit. What is wrong with you? Not you. You're fine, sweetie. No, Streamlabs is being a dick. Let me go find out what the problem is.
The other jobs he's going to create are basically nursing home jobs. That seems
they're old. They're retired. They don't need jobs.
No, not making them. Look, those guys are going to be up on the roofs. But when they get home at night, there's going to be a nice nurse there, hopefully with big titties, but it'll probably be a small titty chick. None of the jobs that he's proposing generate value. And I'm not saying that those aren't valuable jobs. What I'm saying is that they don't produce goods that other people are going to buy to generate wealth.
Yeah.
And even, look, you're going to get $15 an hour to wipe people's butts. Look, that is taking care of the elderly and the infirmed. That is a noble job.
Yeah.
That
but he's not the same as a manufacturing job.
Exactly. So he's going to be destroying wealth. He said he's going to destroy it. And he's proud of the fact.
Well, he's not going to destroy it. He's going to redistribute it.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know how the economy works. He doesn't understand creating goods for services because he's never done that. Most communists I've met have never had real jobs where they actually have to produce or meet deadlines.
Yeah. So they're going to take all this wealth, and they're going to know that they can take this wealth because they're going to make everybody register. And I see a lot of people pulling their wealth out of the United States.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, there's parts of that you can't pull out. I mean, land, it's not like you can pick up chunks of Manhattan and take it somewhere else.
Not easily, no.
No.
It's a garbage dump underneath there anyway.
Yeah, that takes some Age of Ultron shit.
Yeah. More likely what we're going to end up with is some kind of social credit score like they've got in China. We're kind of already working on that thanks to like Google algorithms, that sort of thing.
P-Dog says, holy shit, 47,500 watching the post-fight press conference live stream on YouTube. I'm not shocked, man. It was a good fight, and this one was quite hyped, and I don't know that it lived up to the hype, but it's certainly much better than a lot of hyped fights, so fair enough. Yeah, Bernie's plan should scare the fuck out of everybody because he wants to shrink the wealth gap. He really does. Don't think for a moment that he doesn't, but he wants to do that by making us all poor.
Well, yeah, that's the perfect way to make everybody equal. They're equally poor. You all have the same, comrade.
Will M says when they start taking their wealth out of the country and the economy falls apart, that's when they become enemies of the state. Yes.
Yeah, and anybody that's outspoken will be put on a list. Your names will be correlated for the 2 minutes of hate that you will have to. Everybody else will have to sit through and shout at the screen.
I feel like people should massively send Atlas Shrugged to Bernie Sanders.
I don't think he would read it.
Well, maybe somebody could read it to him.
I don't know if he's got enough life left in him for a book that long. It's like 1,000 pages.
That's true, too. I mean, God knows how much time he has left.
He'd be like, why are these people rebelling against this ideal utopia?
Yeah, Sanders wants all chicken in a bucket. A chicken for every pot. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Bernie is insane, and he just won the primary, and he still didn't reach 50%, guys. Him and Warren together would have been 50% for the first time in one of these. Sorry, it was a caucus in one of these races.
Oh, man, can you imagine if they ran together?
Oh, man.
How terrifying that is.
Bernie was helped by the fact that there's a huge union out there in Nevada. The Caterers Union or some stupid shit like that?
Yeah.
He's also promised he's going to double union membership in his first year. Like, how?
He's not going to be able to do that. He's going to wipe out their healthcare plans.
Yep.
But hey, look, it'll all be. You won't have to worry about your healthcare plan anymore. The government's going to do all that for you, Jack.
Yeah, right. I'd like to point out the functional communist government right now in North Korea that has what they call a state-of-the-art healthcare system. That's state-of-the-art for like 1947. If you don't believe me, you can look up Lisa Ling's documentary on it. It's pretty fucking scary.
Faithless says, I converted Atlas Shrugged to audio. It is 65 30-minute files. Fuck.
Holy shit.
Bernie ain't got that long. And P-Dog says he won a caucus, which is easier for zealots to manipulate. Yeah. Like I said, I still haven't seen the breakdown. I really want to see what the first round voting was. Because the way a caucus is, the first round, everybody's in it. And then they take off the smaller, the losers. And they vote again. And the people who had voted for, say, Klobuchar, they move somewhere else. And then there's a final round where there's only a couple of them left. And so Bernie got 44% in the final round. And again, last I saw, I haven't seen the final vote. But it is scary. Sorry about the loud swallow there, guys. It is scary that he got that much of it. But we're on to South Carolina next Saturday. There'll be the primary in South Carolina. And we'll see if Joe is actually dead or not. Joe being in second place here might give some of the Wall Street backers and some of your corporate Dems, your establishment Dems, more hope to give him money because his money's kind of dried up.
Yeah. Because
he didn't do very well in those first two challenges. He finished 4th and then 5th, and they were like, "Oh, Joe's done," but now he's finished 2nd. We'll see. We'll see.
When is Super Tuesday? Is that the week
March
after?
3rd.
March 3rd. All right, that's creeping up.
Yeah, so we have this coming Saturday on the 29th is the primary in South Carolina, and then 3 days later on March 3rd, 10 states or something like that vote, including California and Texas. And that'll be where we see what really happens. I'm predicting. Look, I want Bernie to win. I really want Liz to win because I know Trump could beat her without even trying.
Yeah.
But I want Bernie to win because I do want to see where we stand as a country. And if Bernie wins, I'm predicting a whole lot of Trump Democrats.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I've been told, no, that can't happen. No, there's a lot of Democrats who do not want socialist bullshit. They just want to inch it out here and there. They don't want full-on government takes over everything.
Which is honestly the best way to be. Is like, yeah, have some socialist policies that help people and help do positive things for the communities, but don't base everything off of socialism. You can't do that.
Yeah, there's a movie I saw that has a great line that covers this. You never go full retard.
Exactly.
Yeah, you never go full retard.
There's nothing wrong with having a safety net that helps people.
Trapping that is great.
When you get to the point where you're talking about doing it all for them, no. And it's not even like we have to pull back, and go hundreds of years into history to see how bad this is going to be. I mean, we have even like recent examples, modern examples. We don't even have to go back to the USSR for fuck's sake.
Like Venezuela wasn't true socialism.
It's never true. I know. But Bernie has a lot of support. Go ahead, Democrats. Do something stupid. Hey, that's your vote, man.
Well, I think a lot of young people are enamored with socialism these days, so he'll have the young vote. I don't know about everybody else. I think we'll see how it plays out, but it's looking like Bernie might be the nominee if he lives that long. He already had one heart attack.
It depends on.
I'll be right back.
Sure. It depends on what happens in South Carolina. I think South Carolina is going to be pivotal.
Yeah.
If Biden can win South Carolina, he might get a big enough push to challenge Bernie for Super Tuesday. But I don't know. I really don't. Right now I think Bernie's got it. And by the numbers he does, and as long as so many other moderates stay in the race, then absolutely Bernie's going to walk away with it.
Well, maybe the DNC will screw him out of it again.
Well, that's the other thing. There's a good chance that Bernie could go into the convention with the most delegates, but not have a majority of delegates.
Yeah.
So far, he doesn't have a majority of delegates the way that he would need.
Yeah, even then, they'll find a way to try and screw him out of it.
Well, that's the thing, Jack. When if they go to the convention and they don't have a majority, you don't win. That's where we get into the brokered convention and people start going, okay, you can have my delegates.
No, I know, but I think even if he had enough delegates, they would still try and pull some shenanigans to get him out of it.
Well, there are still the super delegates. They don't exist like they used to exactly, but I haven't looked up the rules of how they work now. So, yeah, I mean, they still have a card to play. But if they did that, they'd be guaranteeing a loss. The same way most of us think they're going to be doing if they nominate Bernie. Because you will have all of the Bernie bros go, nah, fuck this. And hopefully go start their own country somewhere else. I feel like they should all move to Canada. Canada has a shortage of workers, guys. If you're a Bernie supporter, go up there.
I like Canada. I'd rather they went, down to Venezuela.
So would I, but they're lazy.
Free plane tickets. We'll do a GoFundMe.
It does make me laugh every time that there's an election and like, if Donald Trump wins, I'm moving to Canada. Never once has one of them, I'm moving to Mexico. I love these people. Why not Mexico? It's warmer. It's a nicer place. You know, if you're looking at the climate.
Dealer says, fuck off. He keeps telling you, Monkey, we have enough issues.
Look, I'm trying to help you help yourselves. Take our socialists into your socialist country. Maybe we could have a socialist for capitalism or capitalist trade program.
Hey, I'm okay with that because then we could start that with the UK and get Tally over here too.
Faithless says Mexico used to be a great place to visit. Yeah, well,
Not really.
Those cartels have sure changed things.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
Yeah, God, they've been around what 80s now, right?
Oh yeah, at least.
Oh, poor bastards down there. Their last election has so many of those people running for office just, oops, got murdered. Some of them in broad daylight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Formerly, Rodline said, my recent college grad niece has totally been indoctrinated. She's anti-capitalism, Green New Deal, loving commie. It's really sad because she's actually a nice kid. Yeah, I see a lot of that around here.
Well, it's the Carlos Maza effect. These kids, they're told, look, you'll never get ahead. You'll never be able to do any of this stuff. Do you remember when we were growing up? You can do anything you want. Now you'll never be able to do any of this. The man is keeping you down. By the way, here's how we beat the man. And so, yeah, they go in on this shit. And mommy and daddy are going to take care of you. Yeah. They're going to make sure you have a job and that your environment is safe and that if you get sick, so you'll just go get it paid for. You can go to college whenever you want, never pay a dime for it. They're going to do all of it for you. It's not how it works in the real world.
No, but that's how it works in the land of college, land of make believe, if you will.
And they're not taught reality. They're not. They're the ones who will tell you communism has never really been tried. Of course not. Of course not. They'll also tell you how anti-fascist they are, without paying attention that every fucking communist / socialist regime ever has been fascist as fuck because it has to be.
Oh, look at your feedbacks.
Because if it's not, the poor people who are still poor, but even more so now, will rise up, and you can't have that. Faithless says they're taught what to think, but never how to think.
Yeah.
I don't blame the colleges for not teaching them how to think. I blame high schools for that. I blame our K to 12 for that. Sorry, I'm trying to decide which of my medicines I need.
All of them.
By the time you get to college, you should be able to understand a little bit of common logic, not college logic, but actual, just logic. A plus B equals C. And we've lost a lot of that as we've turned our attention to telling people how horrible their country is.
And we use Common Core math, so what you just described is not okay. Okay,
yep.
You don't know how C identifies.
Right.
Just gonna get that out there now.
C identifies as a horse. 2020, the year of coronavirus and socialism, right?
I don't know who was saying they were having trouble donating to my Streamlabs, but I can't see any reason why they should have an issue.
Streamlabs fucks up like that sometimes.
Yeah, I was asking because Weibo had the same issue a while back where hers would try to make people log in, and it's like, why? Why do you have to log into an account to donate? That doesn't make any sense.
Thank you for the donation, Frank. Speaking of Streamlabs, I'm a little late here, but outside of America, taking over, do y'all do a way to clean up Mexico? Get rid of the cartels.
Yeah, not without getting rid of the cartels. And there was a moment on the debate stage. What was that? Wednesday, where they were talking about declaring the cartels What is it they want to declare them?
Like terrorists or something?
Terrorists, yeah. And Amy Klobuchar, I don't agree with doing that because that means, well, I'm like, oh, wait, Amy, are you taking cartel money? Because if you want to get rid, Mexico has asked us, please help with these cartels. And we're not getting involved for some reason.
Tally's in chat and she says, I identify as American. Can I come home now?
No.
The Mexican army.
I mean, no.
The Mexican army can't stand up to the cartels. Our bullshit that we've been playing since the 80s with the drug war isn't helping. If you want to get rid of the cartels, the only thing you can really do is, have a bigger force move in against them.
Yeah.
Mexico doesn't have the means.
I don't think that they really want to do that right now because there's enough cartel like MS-13 gangs like that in the States to cause a lot of domestic problems, and I think that's why they don't do it.
But until we do, it's just going to be a bigger and bigger growing problem.
Yeah, especially because they're the ones sneaking fentanyl and people into our country.
As has been pointed out, I think Razor Fist did a really good video on this. Mexico is a land with a lot of resources, tons of resources. They could be a first world country, and I know we kind of consider them that because of Mexico City, but the rest of that place is a third world shithole. They could be a big, beautiful, prosperous place, but corrupt politicians and a long lineage of corrupt politicians, and now the country basically being run by the cartels has kind of made that impossible.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cult of Krill, who says, I am the person that can't donate to Chaos Eve. I can give to you, Sanute, Jack, Polly, and Ghastly money after I hit the donate button. When I try Chaos, after I hit donate, Slabs asks me to log in via Twitter or Facebook.
Twitter or Facebook is so odd.
Wait, there may be a setting, I can't remember. Look and see if you have a setting that tells you, or that says that the person has to log in.
Tally says, fuck you, Jack. Abe said I can.
Whatever. She's not my mom.
Do you have any idea what that would be under?
I'm trying to...
Because it's never been a problem before.
It's I know there's certain things that do that, and I can't remember if this is one or not.
Settings.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it would be under. It might be something to Google because, like I said, I can't remember. But yeah, cleaning up Mexico would help us as well. But there's no way short of like some serious military action against them. And we saw what happened with El Chapo's kid.
Login required for donations. Let's turn that off.
Turn that off. There you go.
Okay, should work now.
Cult of Grill says, I've given money to Chaos before, I think. Well, like I said,
I don't know how that got turned on because it wasn't before, but it's fixed now.
Frank says Alex's Streamlabs does the same thing. Yeah, I knew. I thought I knew. I remembered that there was that setting. So
yeah, thank you for that, Monkey.
Mm-hmm. Basically, Mexico is like Chicago, the country.
What the fuck?
Oh, massive. Well played.
What the fuck?
That's not wrong. I mean, we have our own corrupt governments here within the United States, and I'm not talking about the federal government. There's corruption everywhere. It's kind of expected anytime you have a government. But like Chicago, we know that place is a fucking shithole of corruption and greed.
Oh, it's been that way for 100 years.
When when Katrina hit New Orleans, everybody like, this is one of the most corrupt governments in the country. I'm like, if everybody knows that, I mean, they're the Weinstein of cities. We all know it. We're just going to ignore it.
Thank you for the $2, Cult of Krill. Yes, it does work now.
Well, there you go. Chicago is a shithole by government. Chicago, man. Illinois itself. Illinois, after how do you say his name? Blagojevich? Blagojevich. I don't remember.
Blagojevich.
Thank you. After he got out, wasn't there like 2 more governors in a row that had gotten kicked out?
Something like that.
There were like 3 governors in a row in Illinois that got kicked out for being shitbags. And they're having a problem right now with their state assembly. Several people are under serious investigations because the whole fucking place is corrupt and always has been. And we're just kind of like, that's all right. It's just Chicago. It's just where we go to send black people to die in the streets. I care about them.
You know, we make jokes that it's like, what's the fucking movie? Escape from New York or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not far off from what I've seen.
Yeah.
There are parts of Chicago that are beautiful. Really, really.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's parts of it is like, is that in America? Because that looks like it should be in Iraq. That's why they call it Chirac. Yeah.
Chirac.
Oh, there we go. 4 of the last 7 governors in Illinois were sent to jail.
Jeez.
Seriously.
Oh my God, Chicago is Gotham.
Without the funny suit or outfits.
No, without Batman, yeah.
They're
If
criminals.
anybody wants to be Batman, there's a great place to start. Go ahead.
What? 4 out of the last 7 governors sent to prison.
Hey, that's MAGA country, I'll have you know.
If this were another country, we would talk about how corrupt their government is and stop trading with them until they fixed it. Oh, man. Anyhow.
That is true.
It is. I mean, that's what the Ukrainian shit was all about.
Mm-hmm.
The government is so corrupt. If you don't clean it up, we're not giving you money anymore. Oh. But we're going to give them money because they're fighting our enemy, the Russian. Am I the only one? Every time one of those senators said this was vital money to give Ukraine, who is fighting our enemy, went, ooh.
I don't think you're supposed to say that.
Ooh.
I have a fuzzy child.
I see that. Yeah, they just kept openly labeling Russia as the enemy. And look, there's one thing if it's, a pundit on TV saying that. It's entirely different if it's the folks who have the ability to declare war.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there. Chicago needs Superman. Chicago would kill Batman. Yeah. Oh, God.
Is that why they're making Batman black? I don't think so. Are they making Batman black now?
Yes. Yes, they are.
Why? That Robert
Batman
Pattinson is pain.
Well, hang on. Does Batman have a coronavirus outfit?
Probably.
He should if he doesn't. Chaos Eve donated. Thank you so much. What is Chaos Eve making me say?
I donated?
Yes, you did. Uncle Adolf did nothing wrong.
I'm gonna say my hands have been on the puppy the entire time. There's no way I did that. So
look, if she typed it, we would have heard it.
That's true. Is it weird that I waved to the dog when I first saw the dog jump up?
Well, it's only weird because your camera's off. So
I know.
But anyway,
Chaos,
you were asking about Black Batman. Yes, in the movie, Robert Pattinson will be playing him, but in the comics, they're giving us Black Man.
Yeah, it's gonna
Happy
be.
says, what?
You know who Lucius Fox is?
No.
Just relax. Do you know who Lucius Fox is? Yes or no?
I know who.
Okay,
Lucius Fox.
His son Luke is going to be Batman.
Why?
Because they want to be diverse.
Why can't they just make another fucking character? Why does he have to be Batman? It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Oh, it does, because they have to change your icons into things that are diverse and acceptable.
It doesn't make any sense. It never works.
Hang on. I can make you feel better about this, Eve. It's not going to last. And here's why.
It's going to tank
because Latinos have overtaken blacks as being important in the voting thing. So soon we'll have Latino Batman.
It's never going to work because the problem is they're trying to take an already established character and make it more diverse. And they're trying to play off of the already established thing. The problem is when you do that, you change the formula that made it popular to begin with. Bruce Wayne is a big part of who Batman is.
That doesn't mean anything.
And if you change that formula, you change the character and you change what made it popular to begin with.
Your common sense ideas here are not going to fly at AT&T. Thank you.
Faithless says Robert Pattinson should have played Megamind live action. Thank you. I agree.
But they would be much better off just making him into a new original character.
No, what? Because they have a pre-existing history with Batman that they can now destroy and take something that's beloved and make it diverse. They don't think the same way as the rest of us.
It's condescending shit.
Of course it is. It's tokenism. But we're talking about people that do not understand what created the love of the character. That he's had all these years of history. They just see it as an icon that they can seize.
Thank you for the $3, Frank. Russia is interfering with our elections, and we need to go to war with China. Also, all straight white male characters need to be made into something else because straight white male characters are problematic. You know this. Well, I know that, but you know.
Thank you over on the Streamlabs. Citron, I think, is on this. Yes, Citron. Hopefully with Dan DiDio, is that how you say his name? Getting shit canned, DC will start to go back to semi-quality. Look, I'm with you, Eve. If you want to make new characters of color, Cox, by all means, make new ones. This hand-me-down bullshit is just sad.
That's also the thing, is it's really insulting to people who are actually minorities to take and just make the character gay, make a character trans, make them black, make them whatever. Because you're saying that we don't think that this character, because of their minority status, can stand well enough on their own. So we have to take the popularity of an already established cishet white male character and change it in order to be diverse. Ooh. The problem is that when you actually write the fucking character good and then add in that minority status, people will read it because it's good.
Now, you said trans characters. So imagine Batgirl in a fight scene and her tuck game slips and suddenly the bat slong slides up. And now you're Batman.
But there have been
Batman the Transformer.
There have been well-written trans characters and things.
Sure.
Because shut up with that common sense as we show. Yeah, well, I mean, there have been well-written trans characters. There have been definitely well-written black characters and gay characters because they didn't take it and make it the center of who they were. It was just a part of their life.
Well, yeah, but we can't do that. That's not enough. It's got to be their entire identity.
Unlike the Twitter people, like you guys hear me talk about trans issues and things like that a lot on here, but in my day-to-day life, I don't think about that shit. It doesn't even cross my mind that I'm trans until it comes up in a conversation somewhere.
Because why would it?
Because in the real world, that's not how... What you're describing is how normal people interact. But these people are reclusive, effectively. They're creative types. They don't human very well. And apparently, they don't understand what makes something popular. They're not that creative. They're not that smart more often than not. And let's face it, they don't interact very well with other people because if they did, they wouldn't be complete psychopaths like this.
Apparently, I'm being accused of wrong thing because everybody keeps telling me to shut up with my common sense stuff.
Yeah, the corporate world thinks differently, and these creative types are completely fucking off their rocker.
They just don't understand how the common person thinks. The common person doesn't give two shits of how gay a person is. It's nice to be able to say, like I said, as a trans person, be able to see a trans character in something. It's like, hey, that's nice to see that represented a little bit. But at the same time, if it becomes the center of who they are, I find the character completely unrelatable because that's not me. That's not something. It's not just somebody. It's part of their life.
I think you're wrong in your thinking that they don't understand the common person. It's very much like when you see people go into activist journalism. This is activist writing. It's not because they don't think that the regular people don't think about it. It's that they do think regular people don't think about it, but they need to be. Real quick, over on the Streamlabs, I got a couple of Streamlabs here. Thank you, Cults of Krill, who says, have Michael Keaton play an old Bruce Wayne and Patterson play Terry McGinnis and connect it to Batman Beyond. That could be amazing.
That could be, but I don't think they'll do it. See, DC just got bought. Well, they're owned by Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers got acquired by AT&T. AT&T has been cutting a lot of divisions, and DC is on the chopping block. Now, we talked about Dan Didio getting booted the other day on a stream, but it may be that he jumped ship, or they fired him because they're planning on shutting down DC and just harvesting the IPs for movies and video games. 5G is their Hail Mary, so they're trying to diversify everything in some delusional attempt to save their company.
Thank you, Frank, who says, come on, we all know nothing is more important than our skin color, sexuality, or gender. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what we're told. And that's what I'm talking about with the activists. It's they do think, or they do know most people don't deal with this shit. That's why they get so blinded or so upset at the idea of being colorblind. That's right. How dare you not notice everybody's race all the time?
I like Shark Dentures there in the chat says, what are you talking about? I think about being cis every moment of every day. And it's just like, there you go, you know.
Well, you know, this seems like a good time to segue. If you guys have something else to finish on this topic, go ahead and say it now, because I do want to address something else.
I think this is total bullshit. They're going to fuck up DC again.
Well, I mean, even just more to my point, I have people in chat saying that either until recently or, you know, even formerly Rod Line there says that he didn't know until just this moment that I was trans, because apparently I don't talk about it enough, because there are people who still don't know.
Be more trans, Eve.
Apparently, I'm not trans enough. I need to be more. I need to wear a shirt that says, "Hey, I." Whoa. if you,
but
I need a moment.
The
monkey.
I have that effect on women.
Fucking hell.
Comics need to get away from being SJW chick tracks and start focusing on story if they want to survive.
I'm still slightly tipsy from earlier, so you can't fuck with me right
Slightly?
now. Oh my god. I need to be more transparent.
Do you guys know Zuby?
I've seen the name on Twitter before.
I've talked about Zuby for a while. Zuby got kind of famous on Twitter because he did this video where he decided he was a woman for a moment and then broke a woman's lifting record, and then he was a man again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people were like, that's funny. And a lot of people didn't get the point. They were like, that's transphobic. I'm like, no, he's kind of making a point about the difference between men and women when it comes to physicality, you shitheads. But he got in some trouble today for a tweet we're going to look at.
Oh, no.
He said, advice for women. Here's how to land a guy. 1, be in shape. 2, grow your hair long. 3, be sweet. 4, learn to cook. 5, don't be annoying. Angry feminists and simps will try to sabotage you in the comments. Don't listen to them. Listen to me. And people got mad.
I bet.
Got seriously mad. Seriously mad. And I want to go over those again, one by one. If you're a woman who's looking to get with a man, being in shape is not a bad thing. Or look, if you're a woman who's looking to get with another woman, being in shape is not a bad thing. I don't know if you guys know this out there in the audience land, but we, as a species, tend to like our mates to be in a certain shape. And
we like our mates to be potentially healthy and able to, you know, generally bear children and not die in the process of doing so.
And look good.
And look good.
There's a reason the actors on TV and the models in your magazines don't look like Tess Holliday. And it's not because Tess Holliday is a bad person. It's because she's a fat fuck. And nobody wants to look at roles when you're like, I should probably get that card. Look, it can hold Tess Holliday.
That's a big car.
That's a 1-ton truck right there. Number 2 was grow your hair long. Now, this one,
It's preference, really. I mean, because I
Yeah.
know I have a buddy who loves the pixie cut on women. Like it's his thing. My girl has
See-
like very short hair.
for me, it depends on the woman, to be honest. Some women look good with short hair. Some look good with long hair. If you were to ask me which do I prefer, I'll say long hair all day. But I've seen, the cute pixie cut. It can work.
Hmm.
Yeah, it really depends on the shape of your head.
Um,
I
Ex
think
Bubba Hotep-
most women can pull off long hair. Few women can pull off short hair.
Fair.
Sorry.
Now, Ex Bubba Hotep, thank you. If you aren't looking for anybody, being in shape still not a bad thing. True. And Frank Hubbard, thank you. At a man who's about 100 pounds overweight, fat is unattractive. I'm assuming that's as a man. Yeah, fat's not attractive. We don't even like to look at it on ourselves. I don't know why that's controversial.
It
What?
depends on A, how it's carried on the body, and B, it depends on. There's a difference between I'm fat and I'm morbidly obese. Tess Holiday is morbidly obese.
But I knew a guy, swear to God,
I'm
he liked
fat technically. I mean,
big bitches. He liked women 250 plus. That's what excited him. That's what he went after. I saw this guy go after a moo cow one day, and I laughed my ass off. But that's what he liked. But he is in the vast minority of people. A lot of us, like Lady Monkey, she doesn't like fat guys. That's just the body that came attached to this brilliant mind she fell in love with. She likes the funny guy. She didn't fall in love with me. Like, look at his rolls. And I don't think for a second that she's like, I want to see that fat guy naked. Because I know that's not what anybody thinks. But anyway, number 3 was be sweet.
I mean, generally, yes, be nice to people and people will be.
Well, it was explained
Like
to me because I didn't understand why this one would be an issue. But this implies women aren't normally sweet. Like, have you met women? Women can be, I'm sorry,
Awful.
cunts. And they're diabolical.
And there's like 6 days a week where they have no sense of humor.
Yeah. Number 4, this one was big with you. Learn to cook. Oh, how dare you? How dare you suggest that a woman come in and be your cook? It's not what he said. But if I have it, look, let's say you have 2 identical twins, right? Everything about them is the same. And you get to pick one of them. The only difference is one of them can cook and the other one can't. Which one are you going with?
Well, the cook, obviously.
The cook. Just because she can cook doesn't mean she turns into my fucking maid.
No, but it's nice that somebody will come out and be like, "Oh, you're not feeling well. I'll make you something."
Yeah.
It's nice to feel like somebody cares enough to bring you food, as opposed to like, "Get in there and fix me dinner, bitch." Nobody does that anymore. If they do, you don't stay with them.
Ladies, there's an old saying: the way to a man's heart is through his stomach
And his pants, yeah.
and his pants. Yeah. It's at the head of his penis.
It's called a helmet monkey.
Well, I was trying to be technical.
Fair enough.
A woman who can cook is kind of sexy. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
I like to cook and I enjoy making meals for Lady Monkey and stuff. But Lady Monkey can cook her ass off, and when that woman serves me food, it's just like, oh yeah.
Yeah, there's something very special about that bond when she brings you something to eat. You're like, oh, she does love me, unless it's filled with poison, and then you're on an ID show.
Now, a couple of people in chat have mentioned that everybody should learn to cook, or men should learn to cook too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But remember, this is a list specifically about how a woman can get a man, how to become more attractive to men. And the final one, don't be annoying. This is another one that was explained to me. It implies
You don't be annoying, God.
It implies that women are annoying. Sometimes.
Where are you going? Oh my God.
What are you thinking? Oh, I fucking hate that. What are you thinking? Nothing. I'm staring off into space, literally thinking about fucking nothing. Are you going to do that today? Like, oh, fuck off. Just leave me alone.
Okay, when she
Yeah.
says, "What are you doing?" She wants you to be doing her. That's the point.
No, it's because they have an idea of something they want you to do that
Yeah.
involves like fixing
Well, there's
things.
there's that, but there's also she could want your attention. She wants you to pay attention to her at that moment. She doesn't really care about what you're doing. It's her way of going, "Hey, I need your attention from either because I need something from you or I want to do something with you or whatever."
Which brings us back to number 5. Don't be annoying.
Tally says, "Eve's right. Thank you. Thank you."
Look, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that don't be annoying is a pretty good advice. I don't see anything wrong with his advice here. Now, we've seen these lists before where like, wear a short dress, don't be a whore, and all kinds of. I didn't see anything really offensive about this list. The closest I could get is grow your hair long, because that is a preference thing.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty common thing for men, though, is finding long hair attractive.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably some evolutionary thing.
Mm-hmm.
He had a follow-up to this that we're also going to look at. Because
did he respond to all the negative comments from women by saying, "No, this is being annoying, stop"?
He should have, but he said, some people weren't happy with my advice for single women, so I have amended it. How to land a great guy. Number 1, be out of shape. 2, cut your hair short. 3, be abrasive. 4, don't cook. And 5, be annoying. Men are generally attracted to this. Thanks for the education. Now I'm woke.
Right.
If you had a problem with his list, yeah, that's what you're basically saying. Look, no. Look, if you really want to land a guy, be a complete cunt who's fat, has that weird haircut that looks like it's angled, and never be nice.
Now, see, this list more describes most feminists I know.
It
and
really does. But yeah, a lot of people lost their shit over this. I'm like, wait, relax.
They can't relax, monkey. They're angry now.
At BC, thank you. Wow, he described a feminist. I know, right? It's almost odd that they're also alone.
They don't need a man.
They have cats.
Perfectly happy.
They have
Mr. Fluffy Boots is all she needs.
And his 12 siblings.
That's right.
Oh my God. There's one more post that he made that I wanted to highlight because Zuby was on a roll yesterday. Women, quote, I want a good-looking man who's ambitious, tall, smart, charming, funny, strong, stable, has his own place, a car, a good job. Society, yay, sis, don't settle. No broke boys, slay. Men, I want an attractive young woman who's not annoying. Society, and mean faces. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. Like if a guy expresses an interest in getting a woman who is desirable and has desirable features that he likes, he's a sexist misogynist, but women are allowed to set standards and stuff for that.
And it's weird. Not just are women allowed, they're expected.
Mm-hmm. There's an interesting somebody did an artistic rendition of it, and they showed this kind of frumpy looking girl with glasses and mousy brown hair and stuff, and being hugged by this tough masculine looking dude who was ripped muscles and all this stuff. And they're like, oh, it's so cute. It's so sweet. And then turned around and reversed the situation, put this overweight dude who kind of, had a little bit of a neck beard and stuff, hugging this beautiful girl. And they were just like, oh, that's sexist. Why would they do that? And it's just like, okay, the responses were polar opposite to both of these pictures. And it was just kind of ridiculous that the double standard that we have on this.
Torcula says, I'd like to meet one that isn't medicated and carrying decades of baggage.
Well,
the older you get, that's a lot harder, man.
Yeah.
One of my favorite memes on that is like, if you meet an attractive woman who is anywhere from 28 to older than 28, who's single, doesn't have kids, and doesn't have any kind of mental disorder or any kind of baggage, she's probably a tranny.
Or got a unicorn. If you meet someone over 28 that isn't married, there's a good reason most of the time. Like for me, I'm in my 40s, never been married, and it's because I have so much awesome contained inside of me.
I've
That's
only
why it's
ever
great. I'm sticking to it.
I've only ever met one woman who was careful enough to have gotten out of. She was engaged a couple of times, but she it's a good friend of mine. She's careful enough to have dodged those bullets and not gotten married to those guys because it was a good thing too, because they turned out to be total fucking psychos. So she ended up at she's like 27 right now and still, just started dating another friend. But very rarely do people actually make it to that point without having some kind of baggage. And it's...
Well, see, even in that case, I would say she probably has weird issues where she's attracted to people like that. Because you do run into that too. Perfectly nice people who, for some reason, and male and female, are attracted to absolute douchebags.
Yep.
Like, you're a sweet, beautiful young lady. Why are you with that cocksucker? Or you're such a nice guy. Why are you with that horrible bitch? Oh, I use gendered insults there. My bad. Switch those around, guys, so it's proper. He was the horrible bitch and she's the cocksucker. But you do see that, and that I don't know what that comes from. I don't know how they find that. You just have magnets for that kind of behavior sometimes too. And I think it's just they make bad decisions in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Pete says daddy issues. I mean, that could be part of it. Some people mistake bravado for actual self-confidence. I don't know.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is women are bitches. What? Do you disagree?
Well, it's not necessarily their fault, Monkey. The society as a whole has determined that they have tiny girl brains.
And here we go.
Society didn't do that. That was biology.
Well, no, it was science, because they were like, why do women make bad choices and not able to drive at night? And that's because they have tiny girl brains that process things at a much different rate, and it's not healthy.
Formerly, Rodline asks, so what does it mean when a woman says she can't get off unless you spank her while she calls you daddy? It means you could probably put it in her butt and she would thank you for it.
Yeah, that means that girl's probably going to let me date her.
Yeah. It also means you are not the first dick that's been in there by a long, long, long time. Daddy issues in the Oedipus complex are definitely a thing.
Yes, they are. Thank God.
Yeah, I mean... Definitely.
Okay, Tally's agreeing with you. And I'm like, hey, whose side are you on?
Women are bitches.
No, you're not wrong.
It's not the personal chaos. It's the whole gender. It's not. Yeah. It's not just you.
I feel honored to be included in this, but at the same time, fuck you guys.
Oh well, sorry.
Gamer Valine comes to
have it both ways.
Gamer Valine comes to your point here, Jack, saying he's right. We literally have smaller brains. That is true. You have smaller heads.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Physical reality.
I don't suffer from this delusion, so.
No, you don't have a tiny girl brain. You have a normal brain, which you're fortunate because most women do not have that luxury.
I have. That's a weird, complicated thing to get into how the trans brain structure works, but yeah. But
physically, it's a normal brain.
Prospero says it's not the whole gender. Just she's starting to get angry. Just like all men aren't slobs. Look. Every woman can be a bitch.
Can
be, yes. Which means they are all bitches. It's just called us bigots. We're not bigots. We're just pointing out simple scientific truths.
Oh, I didn't see the B on that other one. I thought she was calling us idiots.
I don't think so.
No, I see the B from the previous sentence though.
And to prove that women are nice and calm all the time, she just called us bitches, or called me a bitch.
And she's shouting at us. That's not helping your case.
Gokado, you're running the Lady OS and Lady firmware on a moderately different CPU. I love that phrasing.
Yeah. Thank you for explaining it in a way I could not.
That is fantastic. I love it.
Trans women proving men make better women than women. When you got the extra brain capacity, I mean.
Yeah, you make things better. That's all there is to it.
Uh,
Not being the upgrade, Chaos.
Torcular's trying to stand up for the women's and their small brains. It's not going to work around here. We believe in science.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, it's been determined that just have tiny girl brains. It's nothing personal.
It's okay because God gave you guys nice asses to make up for it and titties.
Yeah, and vaginas, which we really enjoy.
We do.
Vaginas.
I mean, without those, we wouldn't talk to you.
Yeah.
You'd still talk to us for the tits.
No, I said without those things, without all of them together, pretty much. It's a package. That's why we can overlook a flat ass if they got boobs and a vagina, or overlook all flat as long as they got the vagina.
Yeah, if you got the parts that we like to play with, you're good to go.
Yeah, we'll pretend you're a person for a while and have a conversation.
Oh my god.
Well, I meant a decent person.
And if we really like you, we work really hard to get you a nice kitchen.
Indeed, which is why you need to learn to cook.
No.
Oh man. What?
We got in trouble already. It didn't take long this time.
Pyrus Creed says no, he's a bastard. That is true. I am a bastard. That is actual science. See? We do science around here.
Oh, and Keever points out abo titties.
Abo titties. I still want to bang an abo, man.
I don't know why. That's just
I just think it would be fun.
No. Thank you, Frank, over on the Streamlabs. I am a friendly person, but I'm only comfortable around other broken people, and I have yet to find a girl who's broken in a way that isn't too far gone. Maybe one day. Don't give up hope, man. There's somebody out there that is broken enough for you. I don't know if that came out right, but don't give up.
Yes, there is a broken enough person for each of us out there.
And you have no idea the levels of degeneracy I require in my broken women, because normal women don't want to go anywhere near me.
Tally says she needs a nice kitchen, and I'm like, yeah, that's another good reason to import her over here, because I'd be at her house for dinner every single day, just be like, dinner. Apparently, she cooks very well, so.
You could just have one giant kitchen, and you both could be in there all the time.
I mean, yes, but not for the reasons you think.
Oh, I think you know the reasons I'm thinking, and they're not appropriate to say on air.
Backscan says, I hate that you can't at you, that I can't at you, monkey. Did you send them their screenshots? I did. Yesterday, I told you guys that YouTube finally responded to the fact that you guys can't say my name in chat sometimes. And their answer to not being able to type my name in chat was to ask for screenshots. I'm not making that up. They wanted screenshots of people not being able to say my name.
That makes no fucking sense.
It doesn't. But we addressed this at the very beginning of the show, and I made sure to keep it at the beginning of the show so that if they wanted to watch it, they could see. I wish
I'd have known that, because I actually typed it in. I added you on my phone. Mm-hmm. So I typed out your name, it added you. But then when I got on my computer, I'm sitting there looking at it. I was like, okay, my message should have been right there. Where did it go? Because it showed up on my phone when I typed it in, but it didn't show up on the computer, even though I set it to live chat.
Well, a couple of people sent me screenshots of what they could. And I got a hold of them on Twitter in the thread we're in and explained, look, here's screenshots. These are the timestamps. Go watch it. I gave them a link to the fucking stream. And they came back with, well, we see people could type your name. And they followed that up with, fill out a feedback form. That's how we fix things. I'm like, what?
That's useless.
It's absolutely useless. Thank you, P-Dog. How the fuck do you screenshot something that disappeared? You have to ask the geniuses that work for Google. If you guys would like, I mean, I'll put the link in here, and you guys can all go tell them this is happening, because they sure as fuck don't listen to me.
Oh, they don't care. That's why they told you to take screenshots. You're probably laughing about it. We'll tell them to take screenshots. Huh? No, I don't know, man. It's just dumb.
Here is the tweet where they tell me to put feedback, or to go fill out a feedback form. Any of you in chat who have Twitter, if you would like to go over there and tell these shitheads that you can't put my name into chat, to please fucking fix it, I would appreciate it. And over on the Streamlabs, thank you so much. Come on. There we go. Thank you, James Colley. Chaos Eve, if I ever could cross that line, you would be the first I hit up on. With that said, 99% of women have some sort of hearing loss. That's why 70% of Southern women have one black eye. The other 29 still don't listen and get a second black eye.
That got dark fast.
It got dark real fast.
I have several thoughts.
What
I'm curious as to what that line is, because he wasn't very specific in his message there. And second off, I disavow on the black eye comments. Jesus.
When you said I have several thoughts, I thought you were just going to stop there. And I'm like, what, in your basement? Like in the other room? I don't know what's happening.
Faithless says, take a video of you typing, hit enter, and watch it disappear. Yeah, if they had said video, that would have made sense. But a screenshot of not being able to say my name.
Look, if they had asked for video, that would mean they were serious about fixing it, which they're not.
I'm just surprised they actually answered, because I've been, since this first came up, when Irate Bear pointed it out to me, because was it in my stream the first time? No, it was in his stream, I believe. The first time that we ever saw it happen was in his stream, and he tried typing my name 3 times, and it wouldn't come up. It was weird. So I went to them immediately. They have ignored everything until just the other day, when somebody responded. Drunkle was having comments on his video disappear, and he asked them about it. And since they responded, I jumped on it like, hey guys, I'm having this problem, can you fucking fix it? And they actually answered. I was like, oh fuck, damn, I can't believe they pretended to care for a minute. But yeah, their follow-up is, fill out a feedback form. We don't see a problem here, because they're douchebags. I should have pointed out that I'm a lesbian. Like, don't you care about your lesbian community, YouTube?
They just don't care about you.
Yeah, Jack is Jack is sick. He has a fatal disease called yellow fever. And I'm trans, so that they're just discriminating against us.
I know,
I am
right?
a disabled lesbian. How dare they? How dare
They're upset. They think I'm going to give them the internet coronavirus or something from all my sexy Asians.
Cato says they should be looking at the raw freaking data from the stream before any system filters kick in, because engineers aren't idiots. You've probably got marketing drones responding to you. No, this is their actual YouTube account. They do occasionally fix things. Believe it or not, it used to be the best way to get something fixed on YouTube was to hit them up on Twitter and say, hey, there's this problem. And they would actually go fix it.
Yeah, that was back when the engineers were like 3 rows over. Now they're in totally different states or countries.
Dangerous Faces says, why do you keep bringing up your acting prowess? That's what a lesbian is, right?
Well, to that point, I actually am a thespian. Thank you very much.
A thespian.
I am part of the International Thespian Society. Thank you. That's
I don't know how to respond to that.
It's true, actually. But yes, I'm a thespian lesbian.
Midnight XL says Monkey has jungle fever. Stacy Dash.
Oh, Stacy.
See, people accused me because my ex was black, and people accused me of having jungle fever. I'm like, no, it's not even like a thing. Like,
I just
I'm
like
not
beautiful
obsessed with-
women.
exactly my point. I was just like, I liked her for her, not because she was black. And when we divorced, I moved on. So I mean,
Well,
it was no.
like Jack prefers Asian women. There's nothing wrong with that. But like when I go to the hashtag and there's beautiful Asian women there, I don't, nah, fuck that. I need to find a black woman or a white woman. Like, no. I have my preference. You guys, I've mentioned the type. Long, dark, curly, wet hair. That's pretty much where it stops for me. Big eyes is helpful. But
Like,
otherwise,
deformed? Like, are you describing a gray alien?
no, Jag. These are American kind of women's.
Oh,
I know you like the Asians. They don't have the whole curly hair thing.
they mostly have straight hair. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is. Check your hashtag, monkey. I'll check it here in a minute. I'm a trans black lesbian. My gender is pirate ship. My pronouns are savvy, I, and bucko. Oh,
My
what about
gender
Scurvy?
is pirate ship. I love you.
I call you Scurvy dog.
My pronouns are queen and bitch, and that bitch. And that's what Blair does. My pronouns are that/bitch.
doesn't that mean women is bitches?
Mm-hmm.
Monkey is right again. Look, guys, never ever question whether or not Monkey's right because I always am. What is the hashtag? MITAM, guys. If there's a bunch of beautiful women you'd like to send for us to look at, or articles and what's the other thing? Memes. Anything you want us to look at. We won't often do it, but oh my, yeah, Evil One is sending some beautiful ones. What is this? Oh, Massive got some chicks doing some booty dancing. What's it called? Twerking. I hate that they gave that a name. Just call it booty dancing.
I don't know. Booty dancing sounds almost as weird as twerking.
No, I like
Twerking
booty
sounds
dancing.
like they're doing drugs at least.
I'm not. I don't want her to be drugged. I'm not Bill Cosby.
You don't know that. It
I'm
makes her booty dance.
fairly certain I do know that I'm not Bill Cosby. For one, I'm not in prison right now.
Well, do you have a mirror?
Not near me, no.
Ah, see, you don't know then.
Don't make me turn on Snapchat. I'll reverse the camera on my phone. Yeah, beautiful ladies over there on the hashtag. Check them out. What time we got? Okay, yeah, we're gonna wrap up. We're a little short of the 2-hour mark, guys, but I am. I'm feeling better than I was the other day, but my body's just still beat up. You know, it just muscles are sore and stuff. So I'm gonna go lay down. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you so much for the donations. You guys are awesome. I love this is the best audience in the world. I will fight anyone who's so different because they'd be wrong. Jack, anything you want to shill tonight?
No, but thank you for the donations. And yeah, zoom in the Bill Cosby booty dance. That's gonna be a thing now.
It doesn't last very long because they just slump over.
Yeah, it's mostly just like Quaalude overdose, I would assume.
It's more of a body twitch.
I'm sorry, that was awful.
Eve, is there anything you'd like to shill?
Yes, actually. So normally I'd chill my streaming channel, but my streaming channel, my game streaming channel. However, Miss Talita Constantine in chat there and I are starting a new live stream show that we're going to be doing together. So we'll call it S&M, Say No More. It's that was we didn't come up with that name. Samael from the Minions came up with that, but we liked it so much and he let us have it. It's going to be a discussion stream, kind of like how you guys do here, or how Weibo and Polly do with Cocktail Hour, where it's just the two of us will be sitting there talking. We're going to talk about whatever comes up, news articles, things like that. Yeah, she's really stoked about it. I'm really stoked about it. There's the link to the new channel and the Twitter. I'm sorry if the icon doesn't come up. I don't know why it's not. I made an icon for it. YouTube, get your shit together. But yeah, no, that's that's pretty much it. We're like I said, we're starting this new discussion stream, and we'd be grateful if you guys can hit that subscribe button, come by and hang out. So
When are you going to be doing it?
we haven't decided a date for it just yet. I'm thinking Saturdays, sometime Saturday afternoons, in American time, but we have not fully discussed when is going to work for her. Right now, her schedule is a lot more open, and it might change as we go forward. So we're not certain where it's going to stay. So at the moment, we're looking at. I'm thinking Saturdays personally.
All right. And Circuit says, downloaded a screen recording app, and now it's letting me say Ranting Monkey. I wonder if they fixed it, but decided to say nothing about it. No, there were people earlier who couldn't say it.
Mm-hmm.
It comes and goes these days. There for a while, it was everybody, and then it was as long as you capitalize my name, it was fine. And then it was just certain people could. It's just all fucked up.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This is a sign that Skynet is coming online. This is their algorithm becoming sentient.
Yeah, it's some scary shit. They're all going to get us, and that's where coronavirus came from too.
Probably.
It's to stop those of us who dissent.
And now they will merge together to form Google Corona, and it will be this unstoppable monstrosity of death.
Tonight is Sunday, so there's no Lords of the Night. I will not be on the gaming stream with Satsu over on 2 Cents Plus at 7, but he will be doing that. I think Sinatra will be joining him. They'll be finishing up Dark Souls 3, maybe. But I don't know if I may or may not be, there may be an after party later after I wake up. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Eve. Everybody, enjoy your Sunday. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
This is the end of the show song.